and the reason why we are making strides in the District of Columbia. And I can say that because last year was the first year in many, many years where the number of new infections was below 900. Now, I'm not happy with 900, and I know our dear mayor is not happy with 900, but that's a tremendous stride from the years where we were 1,200 to 1,500 or higher. And so we're making progress across our community. We have a lot more to be done, and we have a great leader in Mayor Gray who's going to help us do more next year and far into the future. So I want to welcome Mayor Gray. No clapping, just shouting tonight. It's great to see you. Here you go. Good to see you.
Well, good evening, everybody. I want to thank Don for such a nice introduction, and I am delighted, I guess I am, to be here on World AIDS Day again. I hope the day comes when we don't have to celebrate World AIDS Day, because we will have eradicated HIV and AIDS from our everyday existence. I want to first of all thank Don, and I want to thank the Whitman-Walker health program for having done such a great job in bringing us together. Thank you, Don Blanchard. Thank you very much. I also want to thank everybody for coming together. Last year we talked about coming together in one commemoration of World AIDS Day, and I think we have 20 organizations that are represented out here tonight. So thank you all very much for coming together to be able to help us communicate to the city, communicate to the world that we are fully together in being able to overcome this dread disease. You know, since we know about this, which is now probably 30 years at least here in the District of Columbia, we have lost almost 12,000 people to this disease here in the city. We still have 2.7% of our population that is infected, almost 15,000 people. But you know, there's a lot of good news as well. And the good news is that we have a 26% reduction in the new infections here in the District of Columbia. And frankly, isn't it wonderful to be able to say that AIDS is no longer a death sentence? I know I'm excited about that. And that's when I talk about this, and I'll talk to anybody who will listen to me about it, especially about prevention and education and counseling and getting into treatment. Talk about our commission on AIDS, and I want to recognize our leaders. We have our deputy mayor who is here tonight, who does a great job, Bibi Otero. She has one of the toughest jobs in the District of Columbia. How about a big hand for Bibi? A big shout out for Bibi. And of course our interim director of health, Saul Levin, who does a great job on this issue as well. And the gentleman who really is on the point every day, who I've been delighted to work with during my 23 months in this job, who's done a terrific job in helping to lead this effort on our behalf in the health department, and that of course is Dr. Greg Pappas. Look up, Greg, look up. And you know, we have a commission on HIV/AIDS in the city, and a couple of the things that we're trying to do is first of all treat the entire person, recognizing that when you do treat the entire person, you have a positive impact on the infection as well. And then, of course, the most important goal is to end the epidemic, end it in the District of Columbia. We know that anything above 1% is exceeding what would be epidemic levels. We are at 2.7%, and frankly, in terms of prevalence, we probably will be at 2.7% or around it for a while, because we are now able to extend life. But in terms of incidence, and that is the occurrence of new cases, we're going to see that number come down, because people are getting better educated, they're practicing better prevention techniques, and just doing more to recognize that the best way to treat this disease is not to have it in the first place. So I want to thank all of you all for coming out. I'm looking forward to the day when we come together on World AIDS Day and say it is the last World AIDS Day, because we have licked this disease. We have overcome it. There will be no more infections. We have found a cure for those who have it. and people are practicing prevention techniques so that they don't contract this disease again in the future. So I'd like to end by presenting Don with a proclamation. And I know you all would like me to read just every word of this. Look how many words in this thing.
We'll absolutely have a fire.
Yeah. Quick and in a hurry, right? So I'm going to jump down to the bottom and say, now therefore I, the Mayor of the District of Columbia, do hereby proclaim December 1, 2011 as World AIDS Day in Washington, D.C., and this is the 24th World AIDS Day, I think, that we are celebrating today. I think it's the 24th. If nobody knows any different, then I'm claiming it's the 24th, okay? And call upon all of our residents in our great city to get treated and engage in education and prevention and counseling and whatever else will keep people healthy. And to join me in working to end this dread disease here in the District of Columbia. Thank you all very much.